Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Torino. I want to know what planet is making everybody. Y'all watch other readers. I know you do. Have you noticed everybody has just been tongue-tied, twisted, and fucked up? I'm just saying. And now here I go. This is for Taurus and Virgo sitting in a tree, Kissing. I swear that's either the wounded healer Chiron or Neptune fucking with you right now. They can't get nothing out. Trying to talk on the phone, shit just sideways. What the hell? At any rate, I am not going to do a week by week thing for Taurus and Virgo. I haven't done Taurus and Virgo in a minute. So I'm going to do a recent past, a current energy, and a future energy, which will probably take us to the end of August. So from this point to the end of August, that's about what we're looking at. Even though we're 10 days in, basically in July, feels like the energy is going to go out that far. So, we're going to do the overall energy, the challenge. The feeling right now is that for you Taurus and Virgo unions that have been together for a minute, y'all are kind of settling down, I want to say. And this is for those committed relationships. Those of you that are kind of just casually dating a Virgo, feeling that there is maybe some shit going on. You can see that emotional loss. So that's what that's going to be about. The truth. Come on. A lot of feet in this reading. I can tell you that now. A lot of feet. A lot of feet. Going a lot of different ways, a lot of different kind of connections with Taurus and Virgo. Some of you are twin flaming. Shit, it was popping right the hell on out. Throat chakra, that's the energy that we are in currently. Swords, communication, speaking your truth. Knowing your truth about your relationship. I got too much stuff going on here. Just a doggone minute. Take half of those back. It's too much. Sacral chakra, what you want. That's the current energy coming up. It's for Taurus and Virgo. Gave me 2 for 1. Okay. Oh shit now. Destiny and new beginnings. Come on. Throw them in there. For some of you, foundation and achievements. Hot dog. What the hell? There's renewal here for those of you maybe that have split up or haven't really connected. Oh yeah, this is fantabulous. But wait a minute for out my big fat mouth. Let's see what falls on top. Virgo. This is for Taurus and Virgo sitting in a tree. Kissing. Taurus. But I ain't taking all of them. Nope. Ooh, y'all, ain't nobody got nothing to say, really? Okay. Wait a minute. What's coming out? On the truth card. Letting go. Things that fall that leads to the new. So some of you maybe are coming out of some situations. This could be Taurus, Virgo, either one. Yeah. So it's that Three of Swords energy from the recent past. So some of you, it feels like are coming out of situations that, and this is Taurus, Virgo, either one or both, that have just been jacked up, fucked up. People lying to you, people not telling the truth, and lying and not telling the truth can go one or two kind of ways. Yeah. You ask somebody what they did last night. Oh, not too much. Well, not too much meant I didn't go to 5 clubs. I just went to 2. That's not telling the truth. Lying is, oh, I wasn't at the club. That part. But it's a lot of hurt. Both of you looks like are coming from places of a lot of hurt. Those of you that are in connections. Oh, shit, now. Some of you maybe were dealing with people that were obsessive, but they weren't really obsessive about you. They were just obsessive about the situation, how something looked, how something felt. Wow. Where's that obsession card again? Okay. But that's options too. All right. All right. Okay, I get it. Okay. For Taurus and Virgo universe. For Taurus and Virgo, that one just flew the hell on out. That is the Sun card. Renewal, yeah. So there's renewal here on several levels. Even if you are just meeting this Virgo or you've not been in this kind of relationship, some of you may be coming into a Taurus and Virgo pairing from the gym or from work. You've been watching each other and now it's all ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Maybe somebody at the cleaners. I don't know why I said cleaners, but yeah. Donut shop, restaurant. Y'all been digging each other. Maybe that's a place one of you work part-time, one of you work full-time. Maybe even your mechanic. I said it. Looking at it, so I said it. There you go. Male, female, either way, don't matter. Nope, I'm not taking more than one. Sorry. One more for Taurus and Virgo, please. 3 minutes or 8 minutes? Wow. Time be flying, don't it? Okay, I'm taking that, and I'm going to leave this 3 of Pentacles down here in the corner since it fell out. But the 6 of Wands is on material harvest. So your future, if y'all are kicking this with a Virgo, your future looks very, 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 very bright. I'm going to just put it like this. With the Hierophant on top of the spiritual career on the front end of your overall energy. You say spiritual career, people get all fucked up, but your life is really your spiritual career. Let's kick that about. And so, I deal in energy. I don't necessarily deal in rules and societal norms. I deal in energy, and I follow where energy goes. Your spiritual career, we want to call it your life. Many of you, this is going to be a new path for the both of you. Whether it's going from a casual hookup to something more permanent, moving from an imaginationship to a situationship, or a situationship into a relationship, or whatever the various levels of relationship you want to call it, from being boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever to moving in together. And some of you might be at that final step, getting ready to get married. But this has got solid energy. This is not no bullshit. This ain't no back and forth shit. Those of you that aren't necessarily in a relationship with the Virgo, now I'm talking to Taurus, well, Virgo too, shit, if you're not necessarily in a relationship with a Taurus, whatever kind of relationship you have, because I see that and feel that here too, it is solid. Even if it's just a friendship, it's solid. You may have gone through some things together in the past, and for whatever reason, things moved you into different, your intuition may have said this, and their intuition may have said that. Left college, maybe, went different directions, changed jobs, and everybody went in different directions, but you still have that relationship with that person. And this is the kind of relationship that could be sexual or could have been sexual, but for whatever reason, it was not. And it's just a friendship. So however that resonates with you, I don't know who I'm talking to for that, but this is a note and a message for you also that your situation is solid. Your friendship is still solid. There's nothing, they're still there for you. Like they've been in the past for heartbreak and upset and some more shit. I don't see it turning romantic. I don't see it turning romantic, but they're still there for you. They're still there to help you make decisions. They're still there for you to celebrate as you move on your destiny path. They're still there for you. So I don't know who needs to hear that part, but they're still there. Now, that over there, dealing with maybe newer situations, this is a life change for both of you. That spiritual career down there. And again, for me, spiritual career is really about your life path. What you do to boost you or support you spiritually, you don't do that outside of your life. Come on. You do it as a part of your life. So that's your spiritual career. Your life is your spiritual career. At any rate, with the Hierophant and Hierophant dude is face front. That is a positive omen if you are thinking about taking some kind of step with your Virgo. What's on the back end of your overall energy, and this is probably relating more to those of you that are recently hooking up or recently getting back together. There may have been in the past some emotional loss, either with or without said Taurus or Virgo. And so you may be a bit detached. And if you're dealing with Virgo, they can be detached. Of all the earth signs, Virgo is probably the one that can just get ghost on you real quick and still be standing in front of you like, hello, are you there? Hello? And it's not that they're tripping or nothing, but they can detach very well. I have always felt the energy of Leo and Libra on either side of Virgo. And sometimes I don't know what it is with Virgo, because they're a different kind of earth sign. They're just as down to earth and practical as Tauruses and Capricorns, but they got a little twist on their shit. So it's easy for them to kind of pull back and go off and do whatever it is they're doing, especially if they're not fully vested in something. So both of you may be coming from a place of emotional loss. Taurus, I'm feeling this for you in particular. I know a lot of Tauruses have passed, I don't know how many months or years you're going to add on, but it's been difficult though. Fuck, you want me to tell you, it's been hard. You've been trying to date the right people, meet the right people, be the right people, what the fuck? And many of you couldn't do it, couldn't find it, but because of that, it's giving you a sense of detachment as well. So you don't want to, for those of you that are just getting into this situation, you're not trying to jump both feet in the fire right just yet. No. Still smart, and some of you may be still healing from another situation, and I'm not one that believes that it takes 2 centuries to heal wounds and shit, and it's impossible for you to get into a relationship with somebody after you've been in a fucked up situation with somebody else. Once again, as I always say, the universe gives less than 2 fucks about a Rolex, a Timex, a wall clock, a digital clock, analog. Universe really doesn't give a fuck, because time is a man-made construct, period. We did that so we could figure out how to work our day. Just saying. So, many of you may have just recently walked out of a situation that was maybe toxic. I'm looking at that lightning and thunder. Like, the fuck, I leave this shit. And regardless of how attached or unattached you may have been, it's just causing you to be cautious in this moment. However, your challenge, I said this, we're going to take this all the way out to the end of August. Your challenge in that time frame is to know your truth. And let this, let whatever it is that you're coming out of help you know your truth. And let that be the reason. Just saying. I don't think for many of you this should be a problem. I don't feel like that it would be. You're dealing with somebody that is, in Taurus, now I'm talking to you, you're dealing with somebody that's probably been through as much, if not more, than you have. So they may be a little more detached than you are. But do not let that keep you from your truth. I think if you go into this knowing what your truth is as an individual, what hurts, what doesn't hurt, where your boundaries are, what you going for, what you ain't going for. You know that truth about yourself, it shouldn't be a problem. I think for most of you, that is probably the case. You know what your truth is at this point, especially if you're coming out of some old booked up ass shit. Looking at the recent past, just the same shit all over again we're talking about. You may have felt like you were with a person and everything was everything, but really it was a bunch of heartbreak and bullshit, covered up. You may be coming out of a situation that had money attached to it, where things were just gravy, but the meat and potatoes of the relationship sucked. Just saying. Others of you that are together, you may be coming out of a rocky patch. And so the recent past is taking me back to late October, November last year. May have been coming out of a rocky patch. Maybe somebody got promoted or got a new job. And with that, came some extra added bullshit. The throat or I speak chakra with this 9 of swords on top tells me there may have been some complications with whatever was going on, not able to communicate. For others of you, that 9 in it being obsessive, you may have been obsessing about what your Taurus or your Virgo was doing. Like, what the hell? Why? And you didn't speak on it. For some of you, you didn't speak on it. Coming out of this kind of energy. And maybe you weren't ready to be in the kind of relationship you're moving towards now. If you were messing around with Virgo, maybe now you're ready. But there was some obsessive pieces and parts to that shit. So let's not get that part fucked up. For others of you, you may be coming out of situations where, you couldn't speak and were just obsessed with just trying to be in a relationship. Definitely that. At the end of this, by understanding that the end of that recent past, like I said, the end of October of last year, 1st of November, some of you begin to feel like, okay, this ain't working. And then there's the spirituality, and going within and looking at what your intuition or listening to what your intuition is telling you. Those 2 sevens are telling me this is some divine doing. So there may have been situations, circumstances, once again, bringing me right back to this, to get you out of whatever rut or shit you were in, to get that fool card and move ahead and follow your intuition. Some of you may have been playing around with Virgo. I'm putting that on Taurus now. Some of y'all might have been hitting and missing. I don't know, but maybe, and I don't know. And there may have been some little third-party situations. Everybody kind of dating around and doing what the fuck they do. And Virgo didn't like that. Or vice versa. Could be vice versa. But I feel a lot of that Taurus. But at the end of the day, the universe is like, okay, enough. Done. Finished. Boop. Time to either step this up or step out. So that brings us to our current energy with the Ten of Cups on top of the sacral chakra. The I want. Now y'all talking about, this is what I'm really looking for. Can you find this for me in your store? This is what I want. And it may be long time coming. But you're beginning to have these conversations. Once again, talking about 77, this is 10, but it's your destiny. For many of you, this relationship is exactly where the hell you're supposed to be. And once you get that in your head and let that energy and that thought kind of settle down, you'll start to see where the abundance is in the relationship. And abundance is not always about dollars and cents. Sometimes abundance is about abundance of support, caring, concern. You know, sometimes I'd rather have a person that's giving me that than giving me money. I can stand on my own 2 feet. But damn it, can you support me? Can you love me? Can I get a hug when I get in the house? I'm just saying, it's that energy. But know that there's some divine kickback here. The universe is steadily. You ain't got to believe me. You can just look at the colors of the damn card. I'm just saying. So there's some divine kickback going on here and pushing you in this direction. And once you get it, like I said, in your head, they're viewed as abundance or viewed as abundant. And again, it's not always about the money. It's the other shit that goes around. Once again, we get the Seven of Cups. It's the same energy, that obsessing, like the Nine of Swords up here. But now it's not just the obsession for any and everything. For those of you that got choices, you're kind of obsessing on Virgo. I'm talking to Taurus now. Ooh. And there's your new beginning. And obsessing is not really the right word. If you ever watched a TV show, and if you watch the camera, they might be talking about something and they zoom right in on whatever it is they want you to look at. It's more of that than obsessive. You might be just kind of zooming in right now on this Virgo and realizing that there is a new beginning there. It doesn't mean it's going to go fast. Let's have that conversation. That new beginning. This is a world card in this deck, basically, because she's standing on the world and it's a 0. But if you look, I don't know, my poor little card is still cut and shuffled so many times it's just broke down. But at any rate, if you look, she's got a walking stick. I'm sorry, I don't see no Lamborghini nowhere, so I'm guessing she getting ready to walk the planet. That's gonna take a minute, but that also speaks to the longevity of the situation. So whatever this is you're getting ready to get into, Taurus and Virgo, just got roots in it. Deep roots. It ain't going nowhere fast. So let me just throw the caution out there, because I hear Spirit telling me, if you're going to play with this person, I don't know who I'm talking to now, Taurus or Virgo, but if you're going to play with this person, Taurus, if you're going to play with Virgo, if you're going to play with Taurus, this ain't that relationship. This is not, somebody you're going to just put down after a couple months because you tired or whatever. You looking at whoever over there in the corner with some fake eyelashes on. I'm sorry, I said that out loud. Come on. This is not that situation. Once again, old girl got her walking shoes on. She don't have on her booty shorts. She got on her skirt. All she missing is a fanny pack. It look like to me she got a crossbody. So there you go. In it to win it. Long term. The Seven of Cups. That 7 is speaking, once again, it's got some divine energy in there. So I'm going to just put that out there. If after the first month you feel like, this is not going to be totally gratifying for you, or there's going to be some bullshit, speak up or forever hold your peace, because this is not going to be easy to back up out of. I'm going to just throw that out there. For your future, what you got coming up, foundations and achievements. I always call this the happy family card because it reminds me of 10 of Pentacles, a fucking happy family card, but it's 4. And so instead of it being a 10 or the completion of, the 4 speaks to the stability of what you're creating. Once again, that long-term old girl with a hiking boots on. That ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. There it is right there. And this is the backside of the sun card. which the indication and the feeling here is that this is not going to just be a when the sun is up kind of thing. This is going to be a situation for when the sun is going down as well. So the implications there are this is going to be a sexually compatible relationship. It's also going to be everybody going to carry their weight type of relationship. Let's put that out there. And that's major energy. You know, that ain't some little bullshit. And most of the cards on this table carry a lot of weight, even if they're not major. A lot of major cards, though. Hangman, Hierophant, the Fool, shit, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, that ain't no joke. Seven of Cups ain't no joke. Obviously, the Sun, the Chariot, and the Six of Wands, it don't get no better than this, really, actually. So, this is going to be that kind of relationship. And this is the future energy. So, anything past August, pretty much, this is where it's going. And it's 360. It's not going to be, oh, we can only go here, we can only go there, we can't go here. So this person is going to want to show you off, going to want to see you here and here. Just saying. And that the Moon card is not on the table, I'm going to say it because that's the Sun card, is actually a good thing. Because then that tells me that there's no hidden shit off in the cut somewhere, you know, some shit you don't know, whatever, some secrets from last year, that bullshit. Not there. With the backside of the Chariot on top of the Choose Wisely, again, it's this energy of coming back up here to the Seven of Cups, the new beginnings. This ain't no short-term thing. This ain't no short-term thing. And that Chariot, you know, there may be a point in your future where you have to make the final decision. Yes, we're getting married. Yes, we're moving in together. Yes, 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 yes. We're going from an imaginationship to a situationship. And that's major energy. So if at that point, maybe you feel like you can't, or you're not going to be able to pull the whole haul, or you still trying to pick Susie or Bobby over there in the corner because you know you're not 100% sure what's going on with you and Virgo. I'm just saying, I need to take that exit stage left. That's what's there. And that, it's major energy. It's telling me whether you stay or whether you go, or whether you choose to keep the relationship at a status quo. I wasn't trying to make a rhyme, but that there it is. This is major energy. So it's either going to keep you on the same path with your Virgo, or you're going to diverge one way or the other. But that energy is there, so that's telling me at some point in the future you may have to make some choices about what you're doing, especially now. Let's call this card for what it is, the Seven of Cups. You got a lot of options hanging out there in the damn air. Choose wisely. And if I was you, I'd be probably trying to bet on Virgo, because this looks like this is it. You got a girl with a walking stick, she gonna beat your ass and walk by your side. Come on. It just don't get no better than that. It does not. Make sure you're doing the right thing and still keep walking with you despite whatever heartaches and troubles you may have. That part. That's, I'm looking for that kind of shit in my own damn life. What the hell? At the end of this, the Six of Wands on top of the material harvest. Set your intentions for this if that's what you want. Be clear so you can have that clear, intentional success. And so while things in this moment may not look like, you know, y'all got money hanging off of trees, the union itself is going to make both of you abundant. And it ain't just about, you know, oh, we're paying half the house note, I pay the other half the house note. Nuh-uh. This is above and beyond. Above and beyond. So there's good shit attached to this if you choose to take it. The Three of Pentacles wouldn't let the Six of Wands go. I don't know. They got some kind of thing going on. But at any rate, this is going to be about the perseverance. This is going to be about the long haul. Perseverance, the word in and of itself, just as long as fuck. What the hell? This is going to be about the long haul. And you, even in the bad times, this is what I'm going to say about this. Whatever iteration you're taking it to, from imaginationship, relationship, whatever it is. This has teeth and roots and shit. Perseverance. It's gonna be there. This is one of them situations, it ain't going nowhere. As long as the two of you feel like you are in that safe zone, and I don't feel any indication here that anybody is going to be trying to do anything. There's some real chemistry here. So for some of you, this might be a soulmate, a twin flame, some other shit. But it's not toxic. How did I say that? I don't know. But that's what I meant to say. It's not toxic. It's just good long-term energy. So, perseverance. It's one of the things. It's going to be there. Whatever you in, imaginationship, engaged, married, whatever it is, it's gonna be there. Just because they said it doesn't make it true. Make that call. Oh my. It's not over. I don't know who needs to hear that. And take a second look. So maybe some of you are in separation, and this is clearly speaking to a soulmate type situation, a karmic type situation. It's not over. And again, there's that perseverance card. I'm just hearing that over and over again. Perseverance. It's going the distance. So even if you may be, for whatever, y'all done fell out or had a little tiff or something, and coming back up here to the recent past, you know, where you may have been with the same person, same Taurus, same Virgo, and there was some shit going on, and y'all kind of just cut it. It's not over. It's not over. Maybe some of you on the other side of that have been like, nah, I ain't trying to mess with the Virgo. I love the Virgo. That's my friend. Maybe you need to take a second look. Just saying. Or maybe you just overlooking the Virgo because you got so many damn options, you know, and you kind of overlooking the Virgo because they ain't standing out and shining, as they say. Take a second look. Take a second look, especially, I'm talking Taurus now, especially if you're looking for a relationship that's going to have some longevity to it. Take a second look. Make that call. Some of y'all need to go ahead and call your Virgo, call your Taurus, quit playing dickheading around. Just pick up a damn phone. Everybody got a cell phone. Send a message, a text, something in Messenger, something on Facebook, whatever. But make that call. And then just because they said it doesn't make it true, so there may have been some arguments and somebody said something and, you know, everybody butt hurt, whatever. There's a note of healing here for those of you that maybe are in separation and you're trying to come back together to this point. I don't see a reason why you shouldn't unless you just are sick of the situation. Obviously, if somebody's being abusive, verbally or physically, you ain't trying to be in that bullshit, so keep it moving. But if it's just a matter of ideology and how one person feels about one thing and the other person feels a different way about it, let it settle. Let it settle down. And just because you said something in the heat of the moment, you know, doesn't make it true. Taurus and Virgo, I love you. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of this month and a wonderful month of August. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.